Your soulmate has a huge fight with their family because of you. Their family wants them to tell you the truth they are. My child, don't scroll, because what you're about to hear was never meant to be said out loud. This is not a story you casually listen to and forget. This is the moment where silence breaks, where hidden walls crack, and where your name becomes the center of a storm you didn't even know existed. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and every second from now is pulling you closer to a truth that changes how you see love forever. Somewhere right now, your soulmate is standing alone in a room full of people who raised them, loved them, protected them, and yet, they are fighting all of them because of you. Listen carefully now, because this didn't start with shouting, it started with whispers. Late-night arguments behind closed doors, voices lowered so walls wouldn't hear, eyes avoiding each other at the dinner table. Their family noticed the change before anyone else did. The silence. The distance. The way your soulmate started choosing calls over conversations, thoughts over traditions. And one night, it finally exploded. Words flew like knives, not out of hate, but fear. Fear of losing control. Fear of what your soulmate is becoming because of you. Don't scroll. Stay till the end. Because this fight wasn't about rules, it was about a truth their family is desperate for you to hear. Here's where it gets deeper, and this is where your heart needs to stay open. Their family didn't just oppose you, they demanded something. They said, if you're choosing them, then you must tell them who you really are. Not later. Not someday. Now. That sentence changed everything. Your soulmate froze, because the truth they are hiding isn't small, isn't simple, and isn't safe in the wrong hands. This is a once-in-a-lifetime revelation, the kind that splits lives into before and after. Something huge is waiting for you, and the reason this hurts so much is because love is real, but so is the secret. Now imagine this moment from their side. Hands shaking. Chest heavy. Torn between blood and bond. Their family believes they're protecting you from pain, while your soulmate believes they're protecting you from losing them. That's the war. That's the fight. That's why voices were raised and tears were shed. Because if the truth comes out, nothing stays the same. Not the relationship. Not the future. Not even the way you look at the person you call your soulmate. Don't scroll now. Stay till the end. You're standing at the edge of a reveal that very few people ever face. And this is where I leave you, for now, right before the door opens. Your soulmate has to decide, keep fighting their family to protect the truth, or finally tell you who they really are and risk losing everything. The next moment decides everything. This isn't drama. This is destiny testing love at its deepest level. Something huge is waiting for you, and when the truth is finally spoken, you will understand why this fight had to happen, and why your name was at the center of it all. Listen closely now, don't scroll, because this is the moment where pressure turns into confession. What happened after that fight was not silence, it was strategy. Their family stopped arguing and started insisting. Calm voices. Controlled words. They sat your soulmate down and said something that sounded reasonable but felt terrifying. If you truly love them, then they deserve the truth. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and this part exposes why the truth is more dangerous than a lie ever could be. Your soulmate walked away from that room knowing time was running out. Every message they sent you after that felt heavier. Every "I miss you" carried a pause. Because the truth they're hiding isn't about betrayal, it's about identity, history, and a reality they were trained to hide their entire life. Their family knows once you hear it, you'll never unhear it. That's why they want it out now. Don't scroll. This is not build-up, this is the edge before impact. Here's what makes this shocking. Their family believes you are strong enough to handle the truth, but they don't believe your soulmate is strong enough to survive your reaction. That's the real fear. That's why the fight turned brutal. Not because of you as a person, but because of what loving you forces your soulmate to confront. Something huge is waiting for you, and it's tied to a version of them you've never fully seen. If this story is pulling you in, pause for 1 second, share this with someone who understands deep connections, subscribe so you don't miss what comes next, and drop a comment if you feel the weight of this moment. Stay till the end of this journey, because revelations like this don't come twice in one lifetime. Don't scroll away when you're this close. Right now, your soulmate is rehearsing words in their head, knowing that once spoken, nothing goes back. Their family is watching. Time is closing in. And you, without knowing, are standing on the other side of a truth that will redefine love, loyalty, and destiny. Something huge is waiting for you, and in the next part, you'll feel exactly why this secret was powerful enough to break a family apart. My child, don't scroll. Because this is the part where the truth starts breathing, even before it's spoken. The air around your soulmate has changed. They wake up with a weight on their chest, knowing the secret can't stay hidden much longer. Every normal moment now feels like borrowed time. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and this part is where the silence begins to crack from the inside. What their family didn't tell you is this: the truth isn't just about who your soulmate is. It's about why they were never allowed to be that person openly. Generations of expectations. Promises made before they were even born. Rules written without their consent. Loving you didn't create the problem, it exposed it. Don't scroll now. You're listening to the moment where love collides with a past that was never healed. Your soulmate has imagined every possible outcome. You staying. You leaving. You needing time. None of those scare them as much as one thing: your disappointment. That's the risk they're taking by choosing honesty. Their family knows this, and that's why they're pushing. They believe the truth will either set everyone free, or end everything at once. Something huge is waiting for you, and it's tied to a choice that can't be undone. Right now, there's a message unsent. A call not made. Words typed and erased again and again. This is the quiet before the reveal, and it's louder than any argument. Stay till the end of this story, because not every secret is meant to destroy, some exist to test how deep love really goes. Don't scroll away when you're this close. And here's the part no one prepares you for: the truth, when it comes, won't arrive as drama. It will come softly. Honestly. And once you hear it, you'll understand why a family fought, why a soulmate risked everything, and why this moment was always meant to happen. Something huge is waiting for you. And it's closer now than ever before. This is the moment you feel before you understand. Don't scroll. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and this is where the truth finally steps out of the shadows. Your soulmate doesn't raise their voice. They don't defend themselves. They simply breathe in and realize there's no more space left to hide. What their family demanded, what they feared, what they fought over. All of it leads to this single point where honesty becomes the only way forward. The truth comes out not as a shock, but as a release. Not something dark, something deeply human. A truth about who they have always been, not who they pretended to be. A truth shaped by years of silence, pressure, and expectations that were never theirs to choose. Their family knew this truth would change how you see them forever. That's why the fight happened. Not because love was weak, but because it was real. Don't scroll. This is the once-in-a-lifetime moment most people never witness. If this story has kept you here till now, take a second, share this with someone who believes love is deeper than appearances, subscribe so you don't miss what comes next, and comment if you felt this reveal in your chest. Stay till the end of this connection, because stories like this don't appear again and again. Something huge is waiting for you, and you're already part of it. What happens next is not chaos. It's clarity. Your soulmate isn't asking for permission anymore, they're offering truth. And in that truth is vulnerability, courage, and the risk of being fully seen. Their family steps back, because the fight is over. The choice is no longer theirs. It's yours. Don't scroll now. This is where love stops being imagined and starts being tested. And here is the final realization: this fight had to happen so love could become honest. The truth didn't break the family, it freed the person you love. Something huge was waiting for you all along, not a secret, not a shock, but the real soul of your soulmate, finally standing in the light, hoping you'll see them, and stay. Don't scroll, because this is the aftermath no one talks about. This is not the moment of revelation, this is the moment after, when everything feels quiet but nothing is the same. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and it lives in what happens after the truth is finally known. Your soulmate is no longer hiding, but they're not celebrating either. They're standing still, watching carefully, wondering which version of love will survive this honesty. What you feel next is important. Not shock. Not fear. Understanding. The kind that arrives slowly, piece by piece, as you replay memories and suddenly notice what you missed before. Small pauses. Careful words. Emotional distance that was never about lack of love, but about protection. Don't scroll. This is where the past starts making sense, and where love stops being confusing and starts becoming real. Their family fades into the background now. Not defeated, just quiet. They realize something they didn't expect: the truth didn't destroy the bond, it clarified it. The fight was loud, but the outcome is calm. Something huge is waiting for you here, not drama, not chaos, but a rare kind of peace that only comes after honesty wins. Stay till the end, because this is where most stories end. But this one doesn't. Your soulmate looks at you differently now. Not with fear. With relief. Because for the first time, they're not loved for a version they created, they're loved for who they truly are. And that changes how they show up, how they speak, how they commit. Don't scroll away. This is the transformation part, the quiet power shift that only deep love can create. And the final truth is this: the fight was never meant to push you apart. It was meant to remove the last wall between you. Something huge was waiting for you all along, not a secret, not a test, but the chance to love someone completely, without masks, without fear, and without lies. Don't scroll, because this is where love is no longer a question, it's a decision. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and it's not about what was revealed, it's about what you choose to do with it. After everything, there's a strange calm. Not the calm of certainty, but the calm of truth finally having space to exist. Your soulmate isn't asking anything from you. They're simply present, fully, for the first time. Here's what no one warns you about: when the truth is out, excuses disappear. There's no mystery left to hide behind, no fear left to postpone feelings. Everything becomes clear, and clarity is powerful. You begin to see that the fight, the secrecy, the tension, all of it was a shield, not a weapon. Don't scroll. This is the moment where understanding replaces confusion, and love starts feeling steady instead of fragile. Your soulmate's family watches from a distance now. Not interfering. Not controlling. Because the story has shifted hands. The future is no longer shaped by arguments or expectations, it's shaped by honesty. Something huge is waiting for you here, the realization that real love isn't loud, dramatic, or perfect. It's quiet courage. It's staying when leaving would be easier. Look closely at this moment. This is where trust is rebuilt, not through promises, but through presence. Your soulmate isn't trying to impress you anymore. They're being real. And that authenticity creates a bond stronger than any secret ever could. Stay till the end, because this is where love becomes grounded, not imagined. And the final feeling that settles in is this: the truth didn't end the story, it finally allowed it to begin properly. Something huge was waiting for you all along. The chance to love without fear, to choose without doubt, and to move forward knowing nothing important is hidden anymore. Don't scroll, this is the chapter where the future quietly takes shape. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and it's not dramatic or loud, it's permanent. After everything that was revealed, life doesn't pause. It moves forward, differently. Your soulmate begins making choices with a confidence you've never seen before, not because the path is easy, but because it's finally honest. You start noticing changes that feel small but mean everything. Clearer conversations. Fewer unsaid words. A presence that feels grounded, not guarded. The love between you no longer feels like something that could break if touched, it feels solid. Don't scroll now. This is the moment where trust turns into stability, and emotions stop shaking and start settling. Their family, once the source of conflict, begins to adapt. Not perfectly. Not instantly. But slowly. Because when truth stands firm, resistance weakens. They see that nothing was lost, something stronger was built. Something huge is waiting for you in this realization. Love that survives honesty doesn't just last, it matures. Your soulmate isn't looking over their shoulder anymore. They're looking ahead, with you. Plans feel real now, not imagined. The future isn't shaped by fear or secrecy, but by mutual choice. Stay till the end, because this is the reward of staying through discomfort, the birth of something stable and rare. And here's the final understanding of this part: the fight, the truth, the fear, all of it was a bridge, not a barrier. Something huge was waiting for you on the other side. A version of love that doesn't hide, doesn't pretend, and doesn't run when tested. Don't scroll, because this is where meaning settles into memory. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and it's hidden inside the quiet realization that this journey changed both of you. What once felt uncertain now feels intentional. Love no longer asks, "Will this survive?" It calmly says, "This is real." And that shift is everything. You begin to understand that not every powerful moment is loud. Some arrive gently, like clarity after confusion. You see your soulmate standing in their truth without explanation, without apology, and you realize how rare that kind of courage is. Don't scroll now. This is the moment where respect deepens, where love becomes partnership instead of possibility. The past no longer pulls you backward. It teaches you. The fight, the secret, the fear, all of it reshapes into wisdom. Their family's resistance fades into acceptance, not because they were convinced, but because they witnessed consistency. Something huge is waiting for you here, the understanding that truth sustained over time becomes trust. Your bond now carries a quiet strength. No performances. No hiding. Just presence. You don't need constant reassurance anymore because honesty has done its work. Stay till the end, because this is where love feels steady enough to build on, not just feel through. And the final truth of this part is simple but powerful: when love survives truth, it doesn't just continue, it evolves. Something huge was waiting for you all along, the realization that what you have now isn't fragile, temporary, or uncertain, it's grounded, chosen, and real. Don't scroll, because this is the part where everything finally makes sense. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and it lives in the realization you couldn't reach before now. You look back at the beginning, the confusion, the tension, the unanswered questions, and you finally see the pattern. Nothing was random. Every delay, every silence, every fight was guiding you here. You understand now that love was never the problem. Fear was. Fear of rejection. Fear of breaking expectations. Fear of losing people who mattered. And yet, love stood anyway. Don't scroll. This is the moment where empathy replaces doubt, and you stop questioning intentions and start honoring courage. Your soulmate carries themselves differently now, not lighter, but stronger. They no longer shrink themselves to fit into comfort zones built by others. And being beside someone who chooses truth over approval changes you too. Something huge is waiting for you in this awareness. Love isn't about perfection, it's about alignment. The world around you hasn't changed, but you have. What once felt fragile now feels earned. What once felt risky now feels right. Stay till the end, because this is the point where you stop wondering if it was worth it. You know it was. And here's the quiet conclusion of this part: the journey wasn't meant to shock you, it was meant to prepare you. Something huge was waiting for you all along, not just the truth about them, but the truth about how deeply you can love when honesty leads the way. Don't scroll. This is the closing chapter where everything quietly locks into place. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and it's not a twist or a shock, it's understanding. You realize that the story was never about conflict, or family, or even the secret itself. It was about whether love could remain standing once every mask was removed. You see your soulmate now with clear eyes. Not idealized. Not imagined. Fully real. And instead of feeling less, the connection feels deeper. Stronger. More grounded. The fear that once hovered over everything is gone, replaced by a calm confidence that doesn't need validation. Don't scroll. This is the moment where love stops proving itself and simply exists. What stays with you most is not the fight, but the courage it took to face it. To risk loss for honesty. To choose truth even when the outcome wasn't guaranteed. That choice reshaped everything. Something huge is waiting for you in this realization: love that survives truth is unbreakable in ways fantasy never is. The future no longer feels like a question mark. It feels like a direction. Not perfect. Not effortless. But real. And real is what lasts. You understand now why this journey had to unfold exactly this way. Stay till the end, because this clarity is the reward most people never reach. And the final truth is this: the fight didn't happen to test love, it happened to reveal it. Something huge was waiting for you all along, the certainty that when two people stand in truth together, nothing important is left to fear. Don't scroll, because this is where the echo of everything finally settles into your heart. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and it's subtle but permanent. After all the noise, the arguments, the fear, and the courage, what remains is a quiet certainty. Not excitement. Not tension. Just knowing. The kind of knowing that doesn't need reassurance. You realize that love didn't survive by accident. It survived because both of you chose honesty over comfort, truth over illusion. That choice rewired the connection. It's no longer based on assumptions or hidden hopes. It's built on what's real. Don't scroll. This is the moment where emotional maturity replaces emotional intensity, and that shift changes everything. Your soulmate no longer feels like someone you're trying to understand. They feel understood. Seen. Accepted. And in that acceptance, something rare happens: emotional safety. Something huge is waiting for you in this feeling: the freedom to be fully yourself alongside someone who is fully themselves. The past no longer has power over the present. It exists, but it doesn't control. The fight that once felt overwhelming now feels necessary. Like a storm that cleared the air instead of destroying the land. Stay till the end, because this is where you stop carrying the weight of what almost broke you. And the quiet truth of this part is simple: the story didn't end with revelation, it deepened with understanding. Something huge was waiting for you all along, the calm strength of a love that has already faced its hardest moment and chosen to stay. Don't scroll, this is the moment where the story stops explaining itself and starts living. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and it's not about what happened before, it's about what now feels possible. After everything, there's no urgency left to prove anything. Love isn't chasing reassurance anymore. It's steady, quiet, and present. You notice how normal moments feel different now. Conversations flow without hesitation. Silence feels comfortable, not suspicious. There's no second guessing, no hidden meanings. The truth removed the noise. Don't scroll. This is where emotional peace replaces emotional tension, and you realize how heavy things were before you let them go. Your soulmate no longer carries the weight of being misunderstood. And you no longer carry the fear of loving an unknown version of them. What stands between you now is clarity. Something huge is waiting for you in this clarity, the ability to build without fear, to plan without doubt, and to love without conditions attached to secrets. The past has finished teaching its lesson. It doesn't need to repeat itself. The fight did its job. The truth did its work. What remains is a bond that doesn't depend on circumstances, it depends on choice. Stay till the end, because this is the part where love becomes sustainable, not just intense. And the final realization of this chapter is this: the story didn't need a louder ending, only an honest one. Something huge was waiting for you all along. The calm certainty that when truth leads, love finally knows where it's going. Don't scroll, this is the chapter where reflection turns into resolve. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and it's hidden in how firmly everything now stands. The chaos that once surrounded this connection feels distant, almost unreal, like a life you remember but no longer live in. What remains is stability earned through honesty. You realize something important here. Not everyone gets to this stage. Many walk away when truth asks too much of them. But you stayed. And your soulmate stayed too. That mutual courage created something rare, trust that doesn't shake easily. Don't scroll. This is the moment where endurance transforms into commitment. Your soulmate's family no longer defines the narrative. They are no longer the obstacle or the authority. They are simply part of the landscape, adjusting to a reality that proved stronger than resistance. Something huge is waiting for you in this shift, the understanding that real love eventually outgrows opposition. What you're building now isn't based on emotion alone. It's built on alignment, respect, and truth. Decisions feel clear. Priorities feel shared. The future feels intentional. Stay till the end, because this is where love stops feeling like a gamble and starts feeling like a foundation. And the quiet conclusion of this part is this: the journey didn't just reveal the truth about your soulmate, it revealed the strength of what you share. Something huge was waiting for you all along, the confidence to move forward without looking back at what once tried to hold you still. Don't scroll, this is where everything you went through finds its meaning. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and it's found in how calm your heart feels now. The uncertainty that once defined this connection has dissolved. What remains isn't excitement fueled by fear, but peace grounded in truth. You notice how your soulmate stands beside you now, not ahead, not behind. Equal. Present. Honest. There's no longer a need to explain or defend the past. It has already done its work. Don't scroll. This is the moment where love stops surviving and starts thriving. Their family's role has quietly transformed. What once felt like resistance has softened into distance, then into acceptance. Not because they were convinced by words, but because they witnessed consistency. Something huge is waiting for you here, the realization that truth sustained over time becomes undeniable. Your connection no longer feels fragile. It feels intentional. Built, not imagined. Chosen every day, not questioned every night. Stay till the end, because this is where the future stops feeling uncertain and starts feeling shared. And the final understanding of this chapter is this. The fight, the fear, the truth, all of it was a path, not a punishment. Something huge was waiting for you all along, the kind of love that stands quietly, confidently, and without apology in its own reality. Don't scroll, this is where the journey gently comes full circle. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and it's the realization you couldn't have reached at the beginning. You understand now that this story was never meant to rush. Every pause, every struggle, every uncomfortable truth slowed you down just enough to see clearly. You no longer look at your soulmate through the lens of fear or uncertainty. You see them as they are, and that feels enough. There's no need to imagine a different version of them or a different outcome. What exists now is real, steady, and chosen. Don't scroll. This is the moment where acceptance feels natural, not forced. The past has finally loosened its grip. It doesn't pull you backward or haunt your thoughts anymore. It simply sits behind you as proof of growth. Their family, the conflict, the pressure, all of it played a role, but none of it defines the present. Something huge is waiting for you here, the freedom that comes when nothing important is left unsaid. What you're building together now doesn't depend on circumstances lining up perfectly. It depends on truth, respect, and the decision to stay aligned. The future feels open, not intimidating. Shared, not uncertain. Stay till the end, because this is where love feels calm enough to last. And the final truth of this story is this: the fight didn't test love, it refined it. Something huge was waiting for you all along, the quiet certainty that when two people choose honesty again and again, love doesn't just survive, it becomes unshakable. Don't scroll, this is the final breath of the journey, where everything finally rests. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and it's the simplest truth of all. Nothing more needs to be revealed. Nothing more needs to be proven. What remains is love that has already faced its hardest truth and stayed standing. You recognize now that this story wasn't about drama or conflict. It was about courage, the courage to be seen, to be honest, and to choose each other without guarantees. That courage changed everything. Don't scroll. This is the moment where effort turns into ease, and love feels natural instead of fragile. Your soulmate is no longer fighting the past or defending their truth. They're living it. And beside them, you're no longer waiting for clarity, you're walking with it. Something huge is waiting for you in this calm, the understanding that real love feels steady, not loud. The world moves on, but you move forward together. Not because it's perfect, but because it's true. The future doesn't need promises anymore. It has alignment. Stay till the end, because this is where stories like this truly end, not with a twist, but with peace. And the final realization is this: the truth didn't change love, it revealed it. Something huge was waiting for you all along, the certainty that when honesty leads the way, love finds its forever. Don't scroll, this is the hidden chapter where quiet strength reveals itself. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and it's in the way life finally feels balanced after everything that happened. The storm has passed, but its impact lingers, shaping the bond in ways you couldn't see before. You notice it in small things, how your soulmate laughs without hesitation, how conversations flow without tension, how trust no longer feels fragile but steady. Don't scroll. This is where the subtle victories of love become louder than any argument ever could. Every pause, every struggle, every moment of doubt has led you here. Their family's influence fades into the background, not because they were silenced, but because they witnessed something stronger than resistance: commitment to truth. Something huge is waiting for you here, the understanding that love doesn't need constant approval to thrive. You and your soulmate move forward with awareness now. Choices are clearer, hearts are steadier, and every step feels intentional. Stay till the end, because this is the point where love stops being reactive and starts being deliberate. And the final realization of this part is simple: the fight, the secrecy, the fear, they were never obstacles. They were lessons. Something huge was waiting for you all along, the clarity that love, when nurtured through honesty and courage, becomes unshakable. Don't scroll, this is where the true depth of everything finally hits. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and it's not a twist or a revelation, it's the quiet power of love that has survived the hardest test. All the fights, the secrets, the tension, they weren't random. They were shaping something stronger than either of you imagined. You begin to see how every choice your soulmate made, every hesitation, every moment of fear, was actually a step toward this clarity. Don't scroll. This is the moment where admiration and love intertwine. Where you realize courage doesn't always roar, sometimes it simply stands, steady and unwavering. Their family watches from a distance now, not controlling, not arguing, just witnessing. And in their silence, you understand that acceptance doesn't always come quickly, but it comes when truth remains consistent. Something huge is waiting for you here, the realization that love guided by honesty creates bonds no argument can break. Your connection now is intentional in every way. Every look, every word, every shared silence carries weight and meaning. Stay till the end, because this is the stage where love becomes resilient, not fragile, and every moment matters more than ever. And the final truth of this part is this: the fight wasn't a wall, it was a bridge. Something huge was waiting for you all along, the certainty that when honesty leads the way, love doesn't just survive, it thrives, deeply and unshakably. Don't scroll. This is where everything you've waited for begins to feel real. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and it lives in the quiet certainty that comes after storms. The arguments, the secrets, the tension, they've all led to this calm clarity, where love is no longer tested by fear but strengthened by truth. You start noticing the small shifts that matter most. The ease in your soulmate's voice, the steadiness in their gaze, the way their presence no longer carries hesitation. Don't scroll. This is where you realize that love isn't only in grand gestures, it's in the quiet consistency that survives everything else. Their family no longer holds the power to sway the connection. They've watched the truth endure, and now respect follows naturally. Something huge is waiting for you in this moment. The understanding that love, once proven through honesty, no longer needs external validation to thrive. Your bond now moves forward with intentionality. Decisions, plans, even small moments are grounded in alignment, not fear. Stay till the end, because this is the point where love isn't just felt, it's lived with certainty. And the final realization of this chapter is simple yet profound: the fight, the secrets, the tension, they were never threats. They were lessons in disguise. Something huge was waiting for you all along, the unwavering knowledge that love grounded in truth becomes unshakable, permanent, and beautifully real. Don't scroll. This is the chapter where everything you've felt so far finally settles into a lasting rhythm. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and it's in the way love finally feels steady instead of fragile. The fights, the secrets, the tension, they weren't the end of the story. They were the doorway to something stronger, something real. You notice it in every moment: the calm in your soulmate's presence, the honesty in their words, the absence of hesitation that once shadowed your connection. Don't scroll. This is where love stops being a test and starts being a foundation, unshakable and intentional. Their family now observes quietly, understanding that their influence no longer dictates the bond. Respect replaces resistance. Something huge is waiting for you here. The realization that love, once proven through truth, doesn't need anyone else's approval to flourish. Your connection moves forward with purpose. Every choice, every conversation, every shared glance carries meaning. Stay till the end, because this is the stage where love becomes deliberate, consistent, and strong enough to weather anything. And the final truth of this part is this: the fight didn't fracture love, it strengthened it. Something huge was waiting for you all along. The certainty that when honesty guides a relationship, love doesn't just endure, it becomes unbreakable, lasting, and profoundly real. Don't scroll. This is where the weight of everything finally turns into clarity. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and it's in the quiet strength that has grown from every challenge you've faced together. The arguments, the secrets, the tension, they weren't obstacles, they were shaping a love that could endure anything. You notice it in the little things: the steadiness in their voice, the calm in their presence, the ease in moments that once felt heavy. Don't scroll. This is where love stops being about proving itself and starts being about existing fully, honestly, and without fear. Their family now watches without trying to control the narrative. They've seen consistency win over chaos, and respect quietly replaces resistance. Something huge is waiting for you here. The understanding that love, once rooted in truth, cannot be shaken by external forces. Every interaction between you and your soulmate now carries intention. Decisions, plans, and even simple gestures are grounded in clarity, not fear or secrecy. Stay till the end, because this is the stage where love moves from being tested to being solidified. And the final realization of this chapter is clear: the fight, the secrecy, and the fear, they were never barriers. They were lessons. Something huge was waiting for you all along, the unshakable knowledge that love built on honesty doesn't just survive, it thrives, deeply, steadily, and completely. Don't scroll, this is where everything quietly comes together. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and it lives in the steady heartbeat of a love that has survived its hardest trials. The fights, the secrecy, the fear, they weren't roadblocks. They were shaping a bond that can now stand unshaken. You start noticing the subtle shifts, the calm in your soulmate's eyes, the ease in their words, the comfort in silence that used to feel heavy. Don't scroll. This is where love stops being about uncertainty and starts being about presence, real, grounded, and fully felt. Their family's role has transformed. What once felt like pressure is now distant observation. They've seen the strength of truth, and in that recognition, respect quietly replaces tension. Something huge is waiting for you here, the realization that love nurtured by honesty grows beyond outside influence. Your connection now moves forward with purpose and awareness. Every look, every word, every shared moment carries meaning. Stay till the end, because this is where love evolves from being tested to being steady and intentional. And the final truth of this part is simple: the fight, the hidden truths, the fear, they were never meant to destroy. They were meant to teach. Something huge was waiting for you all along, the certainty that love rooted in honesty becomes unbreakable, lasting, and profoundly real. Don't scroll, this is where the true depth of your journey finally reveals itself. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and it's in the quiet assurance that comes after every storm. The arguments, the secrets, the tension, they were never the end of the story. They were the foundation for a love that could endure anything. You notice it in the smallest moments, the steadiness in your soulmate's gaze, the calm confidence in their words, the ease in every shared silence. Don't scroll. This is where love stops being about proving itself and starts being about simply existing, real, unguarded, and strong. Their family no longer holds the power to dictate the connection. They watch, silently acknowledging the strength of truth and the consistency of choice. Something huge is waiting for you here. The understanding that love, once rooted in honesty, becomes untouchable by external pressures. Every choice you make together now feels intentional. Every conversation, every shared glance, carries meaning. Stay till the end, because this is the stage where love,